How Jeff Bezos spends his millions. Jeff Bezos founded the e-commerce giant Amazon in his garage in Seattle in 1994. However, he stepped down as CEO to become executive chairman in July 2021. Bezos has been the richest man in the world for some time. Even during the pandemic, when the global economy was not so stable, his wealth continued to skyrocket. In addition to Amazon, Jeff Bezos also owns other companies. The most notable among them are the aerospace company Blue Origin, founded in 2000, and one of the world's leading newspapers, The Washington Post, which he bought in 2003 for $250 million. His net worth is around $139 billion, safe to say he can afford whatever he wants. So, where does Jeff Bezos spend his money? Although he doesn't own luxurious cars and only has a private jet, his interest seems to be in land and real estate. He is one of the largest private landowners in the United States. Want to know more about his spending? Watch the video till the end. Fancy vacations, day or night. His company never stops selling, but that doesn't mean Jeff Bezos always works. He does take occasional breaks. If you're the richest man in the world, it only makes sense that you've explored most of it. And Jeff Bezos has had his share of trips to the most beautiful areas. He was seen traveling to Rome and the Arctic Circle, obviously spending a lot on travel and luxurious stays. Bezos is known to travel with an entourage. He often brought his parents, siblings, and in-laws with him for his adventures around the world. In 2017, the extended Bezos family went to Rome. In 2019, he vacationed with his girlfriend Lauren Sanchez and her son on the Caribbean island of St. Bart's, walking through the white sandy beaches. His trips involve luxurious stays and all the fun one can have. Expensive watch. Jeff Bezos also owns a personal watch with a high price tag. It's a wristwatch worth $8,000 to $12,000, made by the Swiss watchmaker Ulysse Nardin. The company was founded in 1846 and enjoyed the confidence of the Navy for its high-precision marine chronometers. This stunning piece clock is a dual time model, meaning it can display the time in 2 time zones. It is obviously a handy feature for the jet-setting crowd, especially Jeff Bezos' fastest commercial jet. Bezos owns one of the fastest commercial jets in the world. As the former Amazon CEOs and the richest man in the world, he definitely has the money to own one of the most luxurious and fastest private jets. Through his holding company Poplar Glen, he owns a Gulfstream G650ER. The plane is said to have cost him $6 to $5 million. Powered by 2 Rolls-Royce BR725 engines, the Gulfstream G650ER reaches a top speed of over 1,110 km and a range of 13,890 km. Together with the Gulfstream G650, the G650ER holds over 110 world speed records and is technically advanced. While most billionaires own private jets, the Gulfstream allows the businessman to fly around the globe faster than most when he whizzes between Amazon's Seattle headquarters and anywhere he needs to go. The Gulfstream G650ER is the epitome of luxury in the sky. It has spacious interiors with some of the finest amenities and handmade seats that can be transformed into comfortable beds. Around 3 and 4 living areas of the jet can be configured for up to 19 passengers. Beverly Hills House. In February 2020, it was reported that Jeff Bezos had bought the Jack Warner estate from David Geffen for $165 million. The purchase was a record for LA County. The Spanish-style mansion was built in the 1930s by Jack Warner, the co-founder and former president of Warner Bros. The property covers 3.6 hectares of land. Warner used to host lavish parties here, attended by the big names of Hollywood. After Warner died in 1978, the property was left to his wife, Anne. After her death in 1990, Geffen bought the property in the same year for a record price of $47.5 million at the time. The property consists of 2 guest houses and a 13,600 square foot mansion that houses 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and a huge swimming pool. It is definitely a big luxurious mansion. Apartments in New York City. Posh apartments in the Big Apple are among Jeff Bezos' property collections. In June 2019, it was reported that Bezos had purchased 3 condominiums, including a penthouse. The penthouse spans 3 floors of the 1912 neo-Gothic building at 212 Fifth Avenue near Madison Square Park in New York City, and reportedly has a private elevator and large terraces. According to media sources, Bezos bought the property for $80 million. The 3 condos have a combined 12 bedrooms and measure more than 17,000 square feet. In 2020, he bought another apartment next to the condominiums for $16 million. With an area of 3,000 square meters, this apartment includes 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. In 2021, it was reported again that he had purchased another unit in the building for $23 million. The apartment collection of Jeff Bezos is one of the most impressive ones, and is one smart investment. Super yacht. One of the world's richest persons wished for a super yacht recently. Bezos' super yacht is called Y721. This ship from all ships was designed and built to measure by Dutch construction company Ocean Co. and reportedly costs about $500 million. With a length of 417 feet, the Y721 is the largest sailing yacht in the world and the longest ship built in the Netherlands. Features include a black hull, a classic shape, 3 large decks, and 3 masts. Jeff Bezos' super yacht is said to be modeled after Ocean Co.'s famous yacht, the Black Pearl, which is one of the largest and most ecological sailing yachts in the world. It can cross the Atlantic without burning even a liter of fossil fuel. Y721 will set after its fit-out in Alblasserdam and is expected to be ready sometime next year. A palatial mansion. Jeff Bezos owns a house in the Kalorama neighborhood of Washington, D.C., which was once the textile museum. The richest man in the world bought the property for $23 million in 2016 and then spent $12 million on its renovation. The mansion measures 27,000 square meters. The property reportedly has 11 bedrooms, 25 bathrooms, and 5 living rooms. It also has a ballroom with a size of 1,500 square meters. In January 2020, Jeff Bezos purchased a 4-bedroom building for $5 million across the street to provide more privacy for his textile museum converted into a residential home. A robot dog. Jeff Bezos has a $74,500 robot dog. He posted a photo of himself walking his robot dog at Amazon's Mars conference in Palm Springs, California in 2018. The 4-legged robot, known as Spot Mini, was developed by the robotics company Boston Dynamics, owned by Hyundai Motor Group. The unique robot dog is designed for inspections and data collection. It can carry up to 14 kg of equipment. It can open doors and even bring you a drink and can be customizable to the needs of the mission. Dream of space travel. Amazon isn't Jeff Bezos' only innovative company. He's also the founder of Blue Origin, an aerospace company dedicated to making flying into space something an average person can do. In a huge cornfield in Texas, Blue Origin has tested rockets that take off and land vertically. Once the technology is perfected, the company hopes to offer commercial flights into space. Jeff Bezos was quoted as funding Blue Origin by selling about $1 billion worth of Amazon stock each year. The name refers to the blue planet Earth from which the rockets originate. They made a test flight to space in July 2021 and are aiming for a lot more in the coming years. From real estate to space travel, having a look at how Jeff Bezos spends his money is impressive. He is definitely living his best life.